Hey guys, Zer here, and today I'm playing From Beyond Prologue for the PC. This is a MacVenture style game released in December 2018, and I've been wanting to check it out for a while now. As you can tell from the title, this is just the first game in a larger planned story. The second game hasn't been completed yet, but the developer is still working on it. I thought about waiting until it was finished, but I decided, what the heck, let's just play this one now. So let's get into it. Not much in the way of options. You got the sound, music, and it looks like GR is the initials here. Alright, let's go. Deep within the recesses of the Bradford Library, Professor Crawford Tillinghast, anthropologist, was immersed in archaic tomes and long-neglected records, searching for a specific line of scientific inquiry. His investigations eventually uncovered a thread for further scrutiny. The subject was a seldom mentioned and consistently obscured medieval village. From brief mentions in the ancient tomes, he ascertained it was a place enlivened with the exchange of ideas, populated with practitioners that experimented in the power of channeled thought. Descriptions of grand ceremonies, a bizarre temple, and interactions with unearthly beings filled the professor with both exuberance and trepidation. After further research and endless lambasting from his colleagues, he mounts a one-man expedition in the winter of 1910. December 29, 1910. With a heavy pull, the brake engages and your motorcar shudders to a stop. You kill the engine and step out of the vehicle. If your calculations are correct, you should be making a career-establishing discovery forthwith. Alright, so first things first, make a save at the beginning here. And let's take a look at our journal. With these first strokes of my pen, I established my field research journal to formally document any discoveries and adventures. Or my discoveries and adventures. It is a brisk day, and I truly did myself no favor in setting out before the spring thaw. I feel confident that my preparations were adequate to ensure the success of my expedition. Now, interestingly, I noticed right away that we're missing one of the key options that I usually like having is self. We don't have any way to interact with self, which means I will not be able to use any of the items on myself, unfortunately. But let's take a look at this starting area here. The splendor of the cliffside mountain view would be quite captivating, if not for the stiff, icy breeze whipping your face. And it doesn't look I'm going to have any way of walking off the cliff here. There's no way to actually move. Although, at least maybe not on this screen. A lot of the MacVenture games like to have ways of just being able to, like, die in a stupid manner. In a lot of cases, something as simple as just walking off a cliff. Your motorcar sits cooling after a long drive. Alright, let's... Can I talk to my car? No answer! I can't even talk to myself, which is disappointing, but, let's take a look here. It's your field bag. To think, you almost forgot it. Now, what's kind of nice is, it just kind of takes everything all at once. A lot of the old MacVenture games, you'd get the item, you'd have to open the item, take out each individual item from the thing. It's such a pain, but that's just, you know, how it is for the older games. But here, we just get everything. We've got some matches. Safety matches fill a red box with a bulldog on the cover. Compass. The brass compass belonged to my father, an extremely punctual man. It has survived wars, expeditions, and the occasional formal banquet. Sheath knife. Sturdy knife. Hefty clip-point blade. Escort hilt with a Spanish notch. Smooth ebony handle. Good for hunting, pie allocation, and knife fights. Light hatchet. Hatchet was purchased for this trip. The steel head is honed to a fine edge, mounted on a polished hickory handle. Some dried meat. Tasty dried venison, smoked, salted, and spiced. A posh jerky. Let's see, this pistol. The Browning FN model 1903 was lent by a colleague. It is a self-loading, semi-automatic pistol, convenient for an amateur gunner like myself. Now, interestingly, when I scroll the page, it just scrolls down to the last item. At first I thought, oh man, there's like a ton of items in this thing, but there's actually less than it looks because there's 6, 7, 8, 9, because you can still see it's the pistol here. It's a little weird. I'm used to where it goes over to like the next page and the next page, but again, just the difference between the old ones and this modern day take on it. Hip Flask 120 proof. A relic from the Old West, my uncle bequeathed this silver ornately inscribed flask to me in his will. It is filled with 120 proof vodka for various survival uses. I couldn't justify wasting my preferred Scotch whiskey. Well, I'm not much of a drinking man myself, so I don't really care either way. The sturdy hemp rope measures 12 feet in length. It is an Edison incandescent electric lamp. Although fragile, the consistency and luminosity of the light is convenient. So we get a lot of starting items, which is like kind of cool, because normally you just start with jack squat and you got to use everything that you find along the way. So I can't really use anything. See, I can't use the pistol on myself, unfortunately. The game will not let me, so let's just go ahead and move on. The crunch of crisp snow under your underfoot, sting of piercing winter air. You adjust your scarf and head into the woods. Winter's cold breath blows the trees. Small clumps of snow shed from the swaying frosted pines. A deer trail branches right from the long, overgrown ancient trade route that lies before you. Let's take a look here. The music did change a little bit, though. I did see that some people had left in some reviews that sometimes some of the music clips might be a little short and kind of loop a little too much. But it's what it is. The trees tower above you and the evening sun illuminates the forest floor. Fresh deer tracks shoot off to the right of the trail. It already kind of said that. Deer tracks, the fresh set leads right. It's kind of hard to tell where I can actually, what more I can look at. What would give me actually more flavor text. Because you see, there's really only two things of interest on this screen. So let's go ahead and check out the deer tracks. Now what I'm going to do is, to make it easy for myself, I'm going to alternate between two saves while I'm playing a current session. So we'll make two and just alternate, because otherwise I'm not going to remember. There's only 5 save slots anyway, so we only have so many to use. So let's go check out the deer tracks. You follow the deer tracks. They lead to a small clearing. You hear the cries of wolves in the distance. Ow! In this area, you see a series of paw prints trailing off in every direction. A thicket of briar is to the right. Was that a howl just now? I think I just heard a howl. A thicket of briar is to the right, blocking the entrance to the forest canopy. Oh yeah, that's some howling. A brittle thicket of dead branches blocks your path. Your hair stands on end. A feeling of unease washes over you. You can't dismiss the feeling of being watched. Well, yeah, you can hear the wolves. Quadrupeds, large paws in the Canidae family. How do you pronounce that? I know it's canine, but I'd never seen that word used like that. Family wolves. Or, like canine. The deer trail continues forward and towards a clearing. The tracks look staggered and deep, like the animal was panicked. Yeah, because of the wolves. Now, I do have a notepad here with me. It's possible that I will actually need to take down notes for, things to come back to later. So I'm just going to, say here, near the deer tracks, I'm going to say, is there's, what do they call this? A thick what? My thick hair stands on end. No, I want this. Okay, brittle thicket. Whatever. It's blocking the path. I may or may not be able to clear the way of that somehow. Or actually, you know what? Maybe I can use the matches here. Let's just light it on fire. Or maybe use my knife? No, I'd use, not look. Can I, take the hatchet? Oh, the sound effect! What the? This ain't a horror game. Why? That's the sudden sound. I can't even describe what kind of noise that was. All right, you hack your way through the briar, clearing a trail. All right, so let me just immediately. I wrote down that note. I immediately crossed it out because I completely forgot. It's oh yeah, I've actually got stuff that I can use at the beginning here. So neat. Oh, it moves the position. Oh, okay. So I'll have to remember that. The trail is now clear. You can see a cave in the distance. Let's go into the cave later, only because that was technically blocked at first. Oh, you exit the twisted wood of the tree line and stand at a cliff's edge. To the west, you see the remains of a watchtower. Below, you see sprawling ruins with a dark spire standing ominously in its center. A bloody deer carcass lies steaming in the snow in front of you. Steaming? This deer has been brutalized and its hindquarters ripped away. The body lies steaming in the snow, heat still rising from the fresh kill. Can I take it? I don't need it. Alright. Dark spire stand ominously in sharp contrast to the glistening snow-capped village ruins surrounding it. Nope. Okay, no, I just want to not... I don't want to look anymore. How do I get my cursor just back normally? Nah, that's a little weird. Let's go back. Let's go in the cave. Alright, place your bets. Wolves inside and I immediately die. Well, I mean, close enough. You find yourself at a cave entrance with a low, guttural growl. A wolf steps out from a nearby bush. Nice, doggy. Good, doggy. You're not a doggy, you're a wolf. Good, wolfie. Let's just talk it out. No answer. Who's your good boy? Who's a good boy? Ears erect, fur bristling, lips curl. The beast looks starved. Foamy saliva drips from its large fangs. Scattered paw prints and deer bones litter the area. Sure those aren't human bones? Cave entrance cuts into the mountainside. Well, how about we just walk past him? You attempt to run into the cave, but the wolf is faster. Oh my god! It bites down into your leg, dragging you to the ground. You attempt to fight the beast off. Another deep growl is heard from within the cave. Oh, it's just... I expected a game over, like, the end screen. It's just, no, it's just, you're kicked back to the menu. Alright. Alright, not unexpected. How about we use our trusty knife? You take a swing at the wolf. Oh, but it dodges, rears up and jumps for your throat, sinking its teeth into your flesh. Flesh torn, blood spurting, your screams are but gurgles. You breathe no more. It's missing a generic death game over screen. Like Deja Vu, it'd be like, here lies Ace Harding. And, you know, it's like, I'd like to see it like just an actual like game over screen rather than just cutting to here. I feel like it needs that, but anyways. Let's try the hatchet. It's gonna be the same. Take a swing, nothing. At least it's quick to get back, right? Alright, time to pull out the trusty pistol. Bang, bang! The wolf drops dead! Oh no! There's a rumbling sound overhead. You see a mountain of debris and snow come crashing down, blocking the entrance to the cavern. Oh no! Or maybe that's a good thing because it'll keep them from coming at me? A gnawed and brittle femur? I'm pretty sure that's looking at the bone that's underneath the dead wolf. Thank you. The wolf lies dead. Its steaming blood paints the snow red. I don't need it. How about the bones? I literally took the bone. The aged femur bone is covered in gnaw marks. I don't need it. There's no way you're digging through all of that. Well, I suppose that was for the best. Now, what we did this for, most likely was for the femur bone then, because I'm going to imagine he wouldn't have let me take it otherwise. Actually, I'm genuinely curious. If I tried to take it without getting rid of him. You reach for the bone. The wolf snaps his long, scarred snout at you, growling aggressively, saying, "Hey, that's my dinner." The beast rears up, ready to pounce. What if I do it again? Nope, just the same. What if I use the meat? The hungry beast snatches up your offering and runs off into the forest. Ooh! Now, I did briefly read that there are multiple ways to solve some of the puzzles. Now, that's a more peaceful option. And it technically nets us the ability to go into the cave. What if we go in now? Oh! You cautiously enter the cavern. The climate is cold and damp. Walking in 20 feet further, the air grows unnaturally dry. The chamber opens up, revealing an abandoned mining audit. A mother wolf stands guard over her litter of pups. You are in a wolf den. Oh no! But there's stuff here. Okay, clearly this is like the better way to do it, because we still get the bone and we get to go in. Now, tail held high, muzzle curled, her growl serves as a warning to keep your distance from her pups. The wolf pups stare back at you, their curiosity piqued. Iron ore consisting of rich red hematite and deep black magnetite streak, the banded wall. Sorry, I read that all I see is Magnemite, fucking Pokemon. You see an ancient skeleton next to you. It wears armor with a crest on the chest. Its severed arm lies at its feet near a short sword. Short sword lies at the feet of the skeleton. I mean, I want that. You reach down to pick up the short sword, but freeze as the mother wolf lowers her gaze and prepares to pounce. I'm gonna get yelled at in the comments for this. Okay, hold up. I can be bad, and I can be really bad. Both are gonna get me killed. Oh, okay, look. This is just to see what it does. I would not actually do this, okay? Don't yell at me. Oh my god, your gunshot reverberates throughout the cavern. The earth shakes and you drop your lamp, breaking the bulb. You turn around to the cave entrance, only to see the last bit of daylight disappear behind a mountain of debris and snow. You can't see it, but I got an achievement, you monster. Attempt to kill the puppies. I'm a bad man. Okay, now hold up. If I use the meat, take the bone, let's use that as our way to go. Let's not kill this one out here, because then we lose the ability to come in here. Now, unfortunately, I need that sword. Bang! Your gunshot reverberates throughout the cavern. The earth shakes and you drop your lamp, breaking the bulb. Okay, never mind. It's the same thing. Death becomes you. Experience death any type the same or different 5 times. Oh. I was gonna say, do we get a different one for shooting at the mom? Okay. I don't have more food. Here, you want a femur bone? The mother wolf picks up the offering and disappears into the dark corner of the cave, of the cave, typo, with her pups. Ah, okay. Look, see, we did it the peaceful way, okay? We fed the one outside, got the bone, gave it to the mom, left the pups alone. We'll just pretend that I never shot at them. I do not have that achievement on my account. You guys are liars, fiends. I'm gonna get roasted for that. Okay, let's try to take the sword now. I have the power! Pick up the short sword. Look at the short sword in inventory. It is a steel short sword in relatively good condition. A typical sidearm for a soldier or watchman. Alright. Nothing else? We can't go any further? See, now, if we had fucked up, we might have had to maybe find, like, a shovel or something to dig out the snow. I would think that either the sword is not required, or you would be able to get to it later. Either way. We'll go with the peaceful option, and we'll get out of here now. Does it say anything else about the wolves? No. Okay, let's just go ahead and, go back our merry way. Now, I'm curious, if I go back here, does this lead to the same way? Nope, leads to more wolves. What is this? They're everywhere. Reaching the end of the trail, you stand in front of the mountain's edge. A 2-story tower with a terrace stands next to a switchback trail. A wolf stands between you and the tower. Okay, now here's the problem. We already used the meat. We used the bone. I don't think we have any option but the pistol. Desperate eyes and matted brown fur, the ragged beast looks half crazed from hunger. He's gone crazy! An old barrel sits next to the tower. A thick rope dangles from the watchtower's terrace. Oh, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair! Also, throw down something for this wolf. I need to get out of my way. Heavy shutters cover the 2nd-story window. A thick rope dangles down from the terrace. Trail leads down to the bottom of the valley. In the valley, you see a village. Alright, well, talk to the wolfie. No answer. None of them will ever talk to me. Well, let's just swing at this one, too, fruitlessly. Not look, I want to use. Hiya. Oh, really? You take aim and fire your pistol. Oh! Winter has just begun. It was a mercy killing. Is that how you justify it? It was a mercy killing. It's winter. He would have wanted it this way. What the fuck is that? The wolf lies dead. Its steaming blood paints the snow red. Take it. No, I don't need it. Okay. Alright, this connects here. Alright, cool. Oh, look. Oh, we can't even go down to this. Okay, so it looped regardless. Kinda gotta get used to where it's like connecting all around. Let's climb up. Unfortunately, the rope has rotted away towards the bottom. It frays and rips, failing to carry your weight. This leaves the first climbable portion just out of reach. Oh, let me just delete a few pixels here. Thick rope dangles from the watchtower's terrace. Can I use my rope? No, because, like, how would that work, right? Let's just light the rope on fire. Can I take the barrel? I don't need it. I want to use the barrel. You drag the barrel underneath the rope. There we go. Because now this goes to the village, this goes up. Climbing onto the barrel, you manage to, again, grasp the rope. A heave-ho and an upsy-daisy later, and you're up on the terrace. Now on the watchtower terrace, you notice a frozen-over trapdoor and an empty, is it brazier? Brazier, not a brazier, right? Next to you. Okay, well, we can probably light that on fire. The fire pit sits empty. The floor is frozen over with frost. From this distance and with these snow-laden gusts, it's hard to identify anything specific. Let's... Oh, wait, it's frozen. There's nothing else for me to interact with, so let's use the matches. The fire pit sits empty. Oh, I'm gonna need wood or something, huh? I don't need it. I won't be able to light this without there being something, huh? Okay, so now I'm gonna actually write down a note here. Tower. Fire pit is empty. What did it say? Like a frozen, like, trap door? Is that what this is right here? Frost covers the trapdoor. It has no handle, but there is a small notch to insert a pry. Stick the knife in there. It's too heavy and frozen in place. You'll need something longer to provide more leverage. Okay, okay. Use the pistol! Leverage this! Oh. I mean, use the sword? You pry with all your might, but the frozen hinges won't budge. Alright, we're gonna need something closer to like a crowbar or something like that. Okay, well, so we'll come back here later. We're gonna head down to the village, but what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna make a separate save. So this one's gonna be for end of parts, and I'm just gonna try to keep them straight. We'll just use 1 and 2 for the main game, and then 3 for ending a part. So, we'll go ahead and call this one here. In the next video, we'll go ahead and head down to the village and see what we find there. Maybe we'll actually find some people we can talk to. Alright, so I'll see you then.